Oh, hi there. My apologies. I was just listening to a few old favorites. But anyway, looks like you've arrived just in time, because we've got a great tale for you today. Today's story comes to you from the annals of that art form that your mother warned you about. That noise that your neighbors complain about. That's right, folks, I'm talking about rock and roll. So let's dive on back to the years of the 1970s, to a land called England. Let's tell a tale. Mott The Hoople is a band popular from the era of glam rock, born of the evolution of the Doc Thomas Group, aka the Shakedown Sound, aka Silence. It was the entrance of producer-manager Guy Stevens that led the band to the lineup adjustments and the name change that would make them Mott The Hoople. Mott The Hoople is actually a novel by author Willard Manus, which Stevens came across while spending a little time in prison. He noted it down, thinking it'd make a great band name. And this might be the part where you ask, just what exactly is a hoople? Well, as best described in Kirkus Reviews, they're the squares, the normals, anyone other than the weirdos, which maybe isn't what you're looking for in a rock band name, but as Stevens said, it would look great on a marquee. But back to Mott The Hoople. While their debut self-titled album achieved some success, and their live shows were always packed, their follow-up albums were a series of failures, sometimes critically, always commercially. Following financial struggles, a canceled tour, and a dismal concert that took place in a gas storage container in Switzerland, the band was ready to call it quits. There were higher powers of rock and roll, though, that had other plans. When word reached one of their longtime fans that the band was about to break up, he decided to step in. You may have heard of him. David Bowie had been a longtime fan of Mott The Hoople. While they worked on their third album, he had even offered them the song Suffragette City for recording. They turned it down, but remained in touch. He learned of the impending breakup when Mott bassist Pete Overend Watts called looking for a lead on jobs. Instead of help finding a job, he offered to help the band find success. Convincing them to stay together, and having yet to release Suffragette, he offered them the song again. Believing the tune didn't fit what they needed, they again said no. Bowie then played Watts the early form of what would eventually become All the Young Dudes. As the legend goes, Watts brought Bowie to an office in London to meet the rest of the band where, sitting cross-legged on the floor, he played them the song that would change their careers. Lead singer Ian Hunter is quoted as saying, "I'd waited all my life to sing a song like that." The single, of course, would go on to be the band's biggest hit, eventually named one of Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. The assist didn't end there. Bowie helped connect the band to a new label, encouraged a glammed-up image makeover, and would eventually produce the album named All the Young Dudes. You see, my friends, when the master of reinvention and presentation tells you to rock and roll, you must simply rock and roll. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that story as much as I did. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, listen to great music. Here's to life.
Oh no.